So our key vocabulary for that is fanboys. So fanboys, of course, teacher is what they call a mnemonic, a mnemonic device, which stands for coordinating conjunctions for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So what I'll tell y'all kids is most times for isn't going to be used most times. Every once in a while they might use nor, and sometimes they use yet. But you have to know what each of them means. So these words when used connect two independent clauses. So another way would be two sentences. That's another way of putting that. So what we can get to now is our tips of when we're combining sentences. You use these, you will be successful when it comes to combining sentences. Whether you have to write them or you have to actually combine them like with the test answer. So let's look over fanboys real quick. So and means additional information. Can we say that? And. Additional information. Do that again. And means additional information.
And means additional information.
Nor means two negatives.
Nor means two negatives.
But means contrast.
But means contrast.
Or is comparison.
Or is comparison.
Yet is contrast.
Yet is contrast.
And so is cause and effect.
So is cause and effect.
So that's what I want y'all to think about as you're answering with those. All right, so let's think. Is it two independent sentences, adding info, showing contrast, cause and effect, or comparison? So when you combine answer or written, use correct fanboys. Make sure you do that when you're actually combining. All right, so let's read these two sentences together. Billy wants a hot dog.
Billy wants a hot dog
and a Coke.
And a Coke.
Billy doesn't have enough money
Billy doesn't have enough money
to pay for both of them.
to pay for both of them.
So you don't have to say this part. What is the most effective way to combine both sentences? So here's an example. Example, Billy wants a hot dog and a Coke, but he doesn't have enough money to pay for both of them. You got to add a period here. All right. Why is this an example? Billy shows contrast, positive to negative, which makes it the correct fanboys, and a comma is needed. So here, Billy wants a hot dog and a Coke, and he doesn't have enough money to pay for both of them. Why is this a non-example? And means to add information, which the second sentence isn't doing. All right, model two of them, what it should look like, and I'm gonna have you help me a little bit as far as how you should combine sentences. All right, number one, what is the most effective way to combine sentences? 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 is like the boat was much bigger than I expected. I became even more curious about what was inside. So that's almost adding more information. So that gives you a clue as to how you're going to combine them. So let's look through your answer choices. A, I became even more curious about what was inside. Semicolon, the boat was much bigger than expected. You're really not combining. So that wouldn't be the case. This wouldn't be the answer. B, the boat was much bigger than I expected. More curious about what was inside. So you use the comma, but you didn't combine it with a conjunction. So that's not it. C, the boat was much bigger than I expected, and I became even more curious about what was inside, adding info. So that is the correct combination.